burden of the negative outcomes of some of these practices. And if fortunes are going to be made through financial innovations, then Anand's message to me is that the industry's leaders need to fix and improve the innovations and the system itself. And we must be willing to balance personal gain with better social outcomes, to lead a more values-based business, even at the cost of a less lucrative personal fortune. Just how we do this is a debate that I hope this audience will join, for it is in all our interests, I hope you agree, as we consider the future of finance, to align the incentives of our most successful leaders and colleagues with the rest of society. Unsurprisingly, these tensions have led to calls for more regulation, constraint on the industry's compensation policies, and vastly stepped up monitoring of its business practices and innovations. I do share some of Wilbur's worry that too skeptical a view by policymakers of innovation and a desire to erect steep regulatory barriers to vet new products will hurt society, not just unduly slow innovation. The heightened level of oversight may end up overestimating what well-meaning regulators with very limited resources can reasonably achieve relative to a vastly better resourced industry whose innovations come with speed and complexity. But above all, I fear that even at their most effective, these measures are in themselves insufficient in the long term to tackle the root cause of the issues that need addressing in the finance industry today. This leads to the final aim of my remarks today. I would like to share one proposal to connect the industry back to Bob Shiller's rightful conception of its enabling role in society. As Will mentioned, I'm part of the Aspen Institute's Global Leadership Network, and I have been working with the Institute and many others to launch the Aspen Finance Leaders Fellowship, a fellowship program that seeks to develop responsible, community-spirited leaders in the global services industry. Our motto, to move these leaders from success to significance. Using the Aspen method of text-based Socratic dialogue and building upon its commitment to values-based, action-oriented leadership, the program aims to spur selected finance fellows to consider values and perspectives necessary for effective, enlightened leadership in finance and in society at large. Why, of the many ways I could have humbly attempted to make my small dent in restoring the Schiller connection, have I chosen a fellowship of leaders? Let me share some beliefs that drove me to this proposal. Foremost is my belief that leaders shape history, society, industries, and companies. Not surprising, perhaps, as I stand here at my beloved alma mater, Yale School of Management, whose explicit purpose is to train leaders to lead business and society. It is the unique individual that shapes and leads change, identifying society's intractable problems and inspiring others with purpose and a strategy to implement social change. Leaders from across the financial ecosystem who see the restoration of the Schiller connection as a moral and society imperative represent, in my mind, the single best chance to achieve Schiller's ideal. Who are these leaders? They are senior thinkers, doers, and organization builders of the finance industry's global ecosystem. Among others, they are bankers, asset managers, credit financiers, regulators and central bankers, audit partners, fintech disruptors, and impact investors, CFOs, and pension fund CIOs. Said differently, they are the savers, users, intermediaries, and stewards of capital. But far more importantly, what are they like? Like their most preeminent forerunners in the industry, visionaries like John Whitehead, Paul Volcker, John Bogle, global leaders like Muhammad Yunus, Yale's very own Bill Donaldson, Charlie Ellis, and David Swenson. These are leaders who fundamentally believe in the societal value of finance. They are courageous enough to step into the arena. Thoughtful enough to want to deeply consider their values and highest purpose. Entrepreneurial and driven enough to execute on their commitment, and successful enough to be role models to the rest of the industry.